Okay, let's go see if this guy's got any new stuff. Not sure what we're going to do about these little guys, if anything needs to be done, really. But I figured since every time we get a piece of the star map, we'll nip back here and see if there's any updates. Oh. You have a Giska in here as well, what the hell? I was wondering when we'd talk again. What brings you here this time? Do you have anything you would be willing to sell me? Here, have a look. Anything new? You have lightsabers in here. Is there anything we need to buy from you for further down our build? I don't imagine there probably is. Do we have any of these implants? I don't even know if we do. You don't have a great deal. I probably have a bunch of stuff I can probably sell you to get some of our money back. Not that our credits are looking too bad at the minute. But we could always have more. Sell one of these. Don't need duplicates. Got a bunch of these. So these don't sell for anything to you. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to go back to Tatooine to sell those then. Assuming they'll still give me the bounty for them. Anything else? I'll keep one of everything just in case. Like, I'm not going to get too attached, but keep one of everything just in case. I feel like these grenades can just go. Don't need them. Thermal detonators, they're probably quite good, but they sell for a nice amount. And I'd rather have the money. Farewell, sonic grenades and iron grenades. Of these. I mean, we should be using these really, because they'll increase our damage, right? I've got more of these to sell. You do buy these, because I sold my last ones to you. So you can have these ones. These are for upgrades, I think, for assembling new stuff. Racing bonds. Issued by Mott of the Hutt, these bonds are honoured throughout the galaxy. Each digital certificate can usually be redeemed for around 60 credits. So 156 to this guy, simply by selling them to any merchant or at any store. And then we've got 21 of those. 99 of these! Oh my god, we're in the money. I have to do these individually. Good god. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, unless there's something really expensive in the near future, I don't think we're going to have to worry about money again. I did wonder what those bonds were, because he never really mentioned them before until after we won them. And then I didn't know what to do with them. But there we go, we just made a boatload of money. And that was just from doing the swoop races. Nice. What do you want? I'd like to ask you a few questions. Huh? Well, what do you want to know? Nothing to tell me about the little pest he's got over there? Nothing new from you then? Other than the fact there's this thing here. Hello. Pet the Giska. Pet it again. Well, that's all I can do with it, I guess. These doors still don't function. Unless you have to bring someone specific in here, but... Hello? Nope, still nothing from that. Guys, you're constantly in my way. Move! think now that I spoke to it. I think you have a Giska loose. Yeah, I know. Some damn smugglers must have bought them, and one escaped. Good luck trying to get them all, though. Those things breed like Giska. If you see any around, just squish the damn thing. I'm not killing them. I think they're kind of cute. Okay, well, enjoy your pet Giska or whatever. There's nothing else to do here, right? Okay, well, I think it's time to go to the Wookiee homeworld then. Should we have a quick catch up with the people on board? See if they've got anything to say?
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about your brother.
Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's... Okay.
Okay, nothing new from you, seemingly. I need you to make me a security spike.
No problem. Just so happens I've got one here I've been working on. Here you go. I'll just add it to our inventory. Anything else you need? Okay.
I assume that only can be done ever so often. You can't just keep spamming it.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
What was your story?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
I didn't think Mandalorians got afraid.
Every new warrior has to fear to understand how to beat it. You must know that. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
You dropped from orbit riding a droid?
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
That was some fight.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
Can you give me some adrenal stimulants?
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a strength-boosting stimulant to help you get stronger. There anything else you need?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And You never will now.
Where did you find this time?
We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Why? What happened?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
An asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
A ship?
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
The active quest screen. Don't know why we're getting told that now. So we've got some new stuff with Canderous, I guess. How are you doing, HK-47?
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
I would like to try and restore some of your memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
Are you implying I'm inept?
Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities, or some such.
I happen to be very good at what I do.
Appeasement. Yes, Master. Of course, Master. Could we begin?
Well, let's get started.
Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. Now close the last panel. I am afraid the operation did not succeed, Master, though it was a valiant attempt for a meatbag. Supplication. Perhaps it would be best if you desisted your efforts for the moment, Master. This seems to be going nowhere.
Very well. We'll do this later.
As you desire, Master. I cannot help but claim a small amount of relief. Signing off.
So I don't know how much of his memory we're going to be able to unlock due to repair skills being very low. We could get some done maybe with like certain stimulants, I guess. Depending on which one we need to like buff up our repair. Intelligence probably or something. But because we're putting all our points into like treatment and the healing, I don't know if we'll be able to unlock all those, unfortunately, as much as I would like to. So, we got a purple lightsaber crystal at some point, didn't we? Are any of these different in stats? I mean, they are due to the different crystals that they're in. But I'm guessing baseline they're not. This is ours, right? Should we go for A violet. What else do we have? Great Dragon Pearl. I didn't realize we've had this. Damage bonus, energy 3, massive criticals, 2d6. So it just gives us more damage, I guess, with criticals. Okay, sold. What's the other one then? Attack bonus 3. Sweet. We're using this one, right? On hit, stun. Attack bonus 3. Attack 1, damage 1. Which one gives us overall more damage? Personally, I'd prefer to use just a single lightsaber. But we've kind of built ourselves for max damage. And it recommends this. So, double lightsaber it is, I guess. Where can we see our feats? Yeah, we spent like 3 points into 2-weapon fighting, so it'd be a mistake to just go single lightsaber now. But personally, if it was up to me, I'd just have a single lightsaber. Just prefer how it looks. Either that or dual wield, I guess. Which we could do, because we've got 2-weapon fighting, I think. That still works for that. Okay, these guys do seem to be spreading, huh? So I don't remember them being in here last time. Well, that's fine. Supply room. There's nobody in these rooms, right? Can you construct a program spike for me? Can't make another one just yet. Got it. I don't remember asking you that recently, but okay. Is there something you want? I want you to make me a grenade. Alright, let's see what I can do. I think I have enough parts for something. Just a moment. There you are. One grenade. Careful with it. Have you anything more to say about yourself, Zelbo? I'm on my life dead, but I don't feel we share more than that. Missions may say more, but I will not. Then I will leave you be. Thank you. Well, we're heading to your planet next, so maybe we'll get more out of you then.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Are you doing alright?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why? What is wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quatra, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
Perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the Council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
If I see you begin to slip back, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
Nothing else?
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
What are you thinking about?
I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine, I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
Tell me about your people.
In truth, I have lived in the Republic too long, and I know little. I never met any others of my race other than my parents. But we are not diplomats. We do not deal well with groups. This situation is new to me. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you.
We're all in this together.
Yes, and that is my point. I find it difficult to explain. It is so different from what I am used to. Just thank you for accepting me. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Nothing for now. Perhaps later.
Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help. How may I be...
Do you know anything that can be done about these Giska?
I do not know how to help you with that. I am sorry.
Did anyone else have a response to that? Do you know anything about dealing with the Giska? I know nothing of what you speak. Assuming you don't. I don't remember there being a response from everybody else, but we'll just double check before we head out. I can imagine what your two's response would be.
Statement. HK-47.
You don't need to call me a master, you know.
Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meatbags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address.
Organic meat bags.
Retraction. Did I say that out loud? I apologize, Master. While you are a meatbag, I suppose I should not call you such.
You just called me a meat bag again.
Explanation. It's just that you have all these squishy parts, Master. And all that water. How the constant sloshing doesn't drive you mad, I have no idea.
Neither do I, come to think of it.
Statement. Now do you understand the travails of my existence, Master? Surely it does not compare to your existence, but still.
I survived somehow.
Commentary. As do I. It is our lot in life, I suppose, Master. Shall we find something to kill to cheer ourselves up? Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Do you know anything about these Giska, HK?
Statement. I have little knowledge of that to impart, Master.
Yeah, what do you want?
Have you seen all these Giska on the ship?
So deal with it. Why are you asking me about it? Yeah, what... You're...
Okay, sorry I asked. Why do we keep them around again?
Hey there, what can I do for you?
Do you know anything about these Giska creatures?
Are you sure you want to ask me about that?
Yes. Running out of people to ask. Nobody in here, right? Well, the two are in here.
Yes, what's on your mind?
We didn't end our last discussion very well.
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important, it's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
Why don't you return to the front lines then?
Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference. I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this... helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
Don't worry about it, Carl.
No, I do worry about it. I've traveled the lanes more than once. I should know better than this. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Well, if you agree to work with me for once.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
Okay, anything more from
Yes, what's on your mind?
you? You know if anything can be done about these Giska?
I'm not really sure. But you can figure it out on your own, can't you?
I mean, I'm happy for them to stay, personally.
How can I help?
When we last talked, you said you needed time to think. So?
You've been patient with me, haven't you? I suppose you deserve an answer. But you have to understand how difficult this is for me to say.
Yes, I think so.
With all my training, I should be able to control myself better than this. But you're not like anything I expected. You're not like any man I've ever met before. I find myself watching you when I don't mean to. I'm thinking about you when I don't want to. It isn't supposed to be like this.
What is it supposed to be like?
I don't know. It shouldn't be so hard not to think of you. It should be easy not to think of you. I should have discipline. Jedi discipline. Every time I try to call on all my teachings to calm myself, they fail me. You have such power, such passion. I don't know if it's due to the bond between us, but I'm drawn to you.
Are you interested in me or my ability to use the Force?
The Force is a part of you, as is your power. But that's not what attracted me to you. It's more than that. Maybe it's the bond we share. It gives us a certain intimacy. If I could, I would return to Dantooine. I need to be away from this bond of ours. I need to weaken it. I need to be anywhere but near you. But Malak must be stopped. My own feelings are nothing when compared to that. Yet I know this could affect the sake of our mission if it's not resolved. I can't let that happen.
Just give in to your feelings, Bastila. You know you want to.
I think we should have some privacy for this. Come with me. You're stronger than I am, and there's no point in telling me otherwise. You will be a great Jedi, I think. I hope. In some ways you make me feel weak, like I'm caught up in the wake of our destiny. But at the same time, you make me feel stronger, more alive.
And I feel more alive when I'm with you.
I realize now these feelings are part of the bond we share. The Jedi Council surely realized this. They knew my loyalty to the doctrines of our order would be tested on this mission. By facing and overcoming my feelings for you, I've learned a valuable lesson about control and the dangers of emotion. This is an important step in understanding the Force. I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I felt that it was important you know our infatuation was nothing more than a result of our powerful bond.
You're rationalizing, Bastila. You're just scared to face the truth.
You're the one who can't face the truth. Malak has to be stopped. How can I do that if I let myself be blinded by my feelings for you?
I'm going to stop Malak, Bastila, but I want to do it with you at my side.
You mean it, don't you? But how can I be sure you're not making a mistake? I have to resist. I have to be strong for both of us.
You don't always have to be strong, Bastila. Give in just this once.
But I can't. Malak will...
I love you, Bastila, and I know you love me.
Okay, you've made your point. Now shut up and kiss me, you fool. We shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. The Jedi are not allowed to fall in love.
It didn't feel wrong to me.
It was a moment of weakness. When I kissed you, we shouldn't have. I'm sorry. No, I know we both wanted it, but we shouldn't have given in to our desire. We're Jedi. We can't act like this. Not now. Not while we still have to deal with Malak. I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but it was a mistake. I have to get out of here before somebody sees us together.
Well, that all happened, I guess. Okay, if that is everything, I guess we better go. Anything else to say?
How can I help?
I want to talk about what happened between us.
We've already been over this. It was a moment of weakness, a stumble brought on by unbridled passions. But my emotions are firmly in check once more. We need to stay focused on stopping Darth Malak, and I want the others to stay focused as well. I don't want them to get suspicious and start gossiping about our little encounter. So until our mission is over, we need to act with discretion. We shouldn't speak of this anymore. Not until Malak is defeated. How can I help?
Do you know anything that can be done about the Gisker on board?
I wish I could help you with that.
God damn it.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Okay, well, I think it's time to get going then. And I think this time we're heading to Kashyyyk. Well, let's go.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Kashyyyk is a lush but simple and undeveloped world. I would not have expected to find the alien technology of a star map here.
It looked like the star map was on the forest floor.
The Wookiees of Kashyyyk make their home high among the Rosha branches. Only their bravest warriors dare to descend into the forbidding depths of the forest. If the star map is located far beneath us on the planet's surface, as our vision seems to suggest, it's unlikely the Wookiees even know of its existence. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Well, let's get out there then. You got anything to say about this, buddy? Is there something you want? Do you know anything about the planet we're on? I've been away from Kashyyyk a long time, but things look the same as I left them. Slavers still hold my people prisoner. I'm not sure what I could tell you, or even what I would want to. We were an outsider here too. It angers me. Maybe we'll talk later. Very well. Well, we'll probably take you with us, I think. Should we take Mission as well, since they're kind of a pair for now? I'd rather take Bastila overall, just for like the story stuff, but we'll take Mission for now. See how that goes. She's good at disarming mines and stuff, but it depends what we're going to run into. Greetings to you. While I am pleased to welcome you to planet G5623, I do not see your ship on my docking schedule. The Zerga Corporation will see to your needs, of course, but there will be a 100 credit docking fee. In advance, I fear. What service does 100 credits get me? Well, we are limited in many ways, but I doubt you will find even basic facilities anywhere else in this remote sector. And I'm sorry, I really must insist that docking fees be paid before I impart any further services. We must follow a proper procedure. Upon collection of the correct fees, I will extend what resources the Psycho Corporation can offer. I'm sure you understand. Very well, I will pay the 100 credit fee. You are welcome to Adia. Trade designation G5623. Circle Corporation welcomes your business. We should discuss your interests in my office. I see you have a Wookiee with you. Can I assume you understand their language? For a fee, Circle Corporation can provide a translator for you during your visit. That will not be necessary. Very well, but only the most adept people seem to comprehend the Wookiee language, such as it is. Now then, please follow me to our information center. I will answer any further questions there. Rip credits. Good job we made a bunch though. Let's see who else is around here. Need the Pazak player. What do you want? I don't get a lot of time off from loading cargo. So you've got something to say, make it quick. What do you do for Zyga Corporation? Oh, I'm not actually considered a real employee. At least not enough to get one of those uniforms they stood around in. I just load cargo. When a ship comes in, I work straight through the day. But mostly, I just pass the time playing Pazak. Want a game? I have to go. Goodbye. Alright, goodbye. I have to get back to work anyway. We get a look around here. As far as I can look. Neck doesn't crane that far, I guess. You still seem quite high up. Metal box. Which makes me think we should maybe save.
What?
Mission, can you do the honors here?
Gotcha. Simple. Gotcha. Simple.
Should check your guys' equipment. We've not really upgraded you guys in a while. I mean, you got 23 defense there. Do we really have anything better? Seems fine. I guess your weapons are probably trash. Oh yeah, I need to go back and sell those at some point if you need more money. I will give you... have the Sith Assassin Pistol. Why not? Zarbak Tristle Mark 3? Sure. Everything better than the 3 to 6. No, that'll do, I guess. Demolitions plus. She does disarm mines, so yeah, sure, have it. And some energy shields I never wear or use.
Sure.
Mark Zalbar, what's he rocking? $3 to 12. We're likely to have better than that. I mean, if we're going to get him a better weapon, it's probably on this planet, right? Have a random shield. You have the implants, do you?
What?
Okay, that'll do. Anything else we can open before we move on? Guessing we can't open these, no. Should I? Or 4, just in case. Who knows when the Sith might randomly appear. Is that Komad from Tatooine? The guy who helped us kill the dragon? What's he doing here? Greetings to you again, Hugh. It would seem the call of the hunt has brought us both to this troubled world. I have not been here long, but I can already see I will not be as welcome here as I had hoped. What are you doing here, Comrade? Following me? Well, I'm sure you would prove an interesting hunt. I don't track sentient prey. Two-legged animals do a fine job of killing each other without me. I have come here to seek even greater prey than what we faced on Tatooine. But the climate here is politically cold, and I don't know if I'll be allowed to hunt. Whose permissions are you looking for? An astute question. Saga Corporation seems in control here, but they don't care if I wander the Shadowlands, so long as I have paid their docking fee. Instead, I hope to gain the trust of the native Wookiee population. I'm not here just to kill the biggest thing I can find. I want to understand how they hunt. What are you doing to gain their trust? Very little. I'm sure they've had enough of off-worlders like Zerka claiming good intentions. I will simply try to stay out of their way. I've heard of an off-worlder that has gained respect by living in the Shadowlands for some years. Perhaps I will attempt the same. It could just be a hunter's tale, though. What do you know of Kashyyyk? I know that I don't know enough. Even from the stocking area, I can see this world is a true wonder. My desert-dimmed imagination didn't do it justice. It's just a shame to see Zerka Corporation here. They lack an appreciation for the wild nature of this world. I don't like having to deal with them. I'm looking for a star map here. Have you heard anything? No, but I wasn't listening for such talk. I'm sorry that I can't help you. If not Zerka, who would you prefer to deal with? The native leadership of the Wookiees, of course. This is their world, after all. I can't understand why they allowed it to be misused. Perhaps they had no choice. There is always the option to fight, even if there's no option to win. Of course, that is easy for me to say, being an outsider. I would hope they are not complicit in the enslaving of their world. But it is not my place to judge. I have only just arrived. I should go. Farewell. Perhaps we will meet again. A great hunt on this world would be glorious. Where are you going? Where the hell is he going? I'm sure he just vanished into the ether, but...
You're probably here with the new restraining collars. I'm not handling another shipment without them.
Kashyyyk, my home. I should have prepared you for coming here, but I don't know if I'm prepared myself. Prepared me? What do you mean? I didn't leave Kashyyyk voluntarily. The mission must have told you how I was fleeing slavers, but there was more. I am in exile. The slaves of Kashyyyk only took me after I was forced to leave my village home 20 years ago. Why were you forced to leave? My brother made deals with the slavers and allowed them to get a foothold. I found out and attacked him. The fight was stopped, but my father did not believe me when I told him about my brother's actions. I was made an exile, disowned by my home and people. I should not be here. They will not accept me back. Why didn't your father believe you? When I attacked my brother, I was so mad. I used my claws. You don't understand what that means to a Wookiee. Our claws are tools, not weapons. To use them in battle is to become an animal. It is madness without honor. I am forever Mudclaw in the eyes of my people. Nothing I say will be trusted. They were right to cast me out. We'll deal with that if we have to. Let's go. I don't have much hope. It took 10 days for news of Taris to reach me. They don't tell us anything.
Greetings to you. Something I can get for you?
Kindly direct your inquiries to me. Martin is merely an indebted employee. His opinions don't amount to much. So, new spaces have come to Wild Kashyyyk. Please, look well upon the wares of Eli Gand. I live to serve your needs.
Just be sure to pay cash. The interest on his loans will drain you like a diluvian fatworm on a hut's backside.
First off, hearts are all backside. Secondly, I don't much like the comparison. No need to get personal. It's just business. Poor fellow. He's been waiting for his friends to return with my money for a standard month now. Ah, but you don't need to hear this. What can I get you?
I'm yours. Let me see what you carry.
Of course. You're in a hurry.
Should we get some of this armor? My mouse will come back. Hello? Try that again. My mouse vanished.
Again?
Value.
You hurt me, Matson. Of course.
Okay. So I can get security spikes. Reinforced fiber armor. Should I buy some of this stuff for the team members that can actually wear it? Trouble is, what's better? I mean, I guess if I based it on price, I guess this would be pretty good. But to be fair, I'm the one that's doing all the damage anyway. So I just wonder if it's even worth wasting the money on. Not that we have anything in particular to be saving up for. More Giska poison here. Seems to be a solution for it, doesn't it? I wonder, I didn't really pay much attention to the stuff for the space station though. Was his stuff better? I'm not going to worry about it, really. What else have you got to say?
Hello again. What can I do for you, most valued customer?
Valued until you can't pay. Watch your credits.
You hurt me, Matson. It's the debt of your crew that keeps you here, not me.
What do you know about Kashyyyk?
I don't concern myself with what goes on past this landing port. The Wookiees are very difficult to deal with. No business sense.
You mean they don't tolerate cheats?
No, I mean they don't respect the finer points of a good business plan. Give and take. That's why the Zerka Corporation simply takes.
What do you mean by that?
You'd have to take your question to the Zerka Corporation and the Wookiees themselves. I keep to myself.
I want to go back to my other questions.
Of course. I'm here to serve.
Do you always enslave your debtors?
Enslave? I resent that. Simply fair business. This man's fellows left without settling their debts, so he must make up the difference.
I know, it's standard trading rules. I just want to know where my crew went. I was only gone for 2 days. This isn't like them.
Yes, very sad that they would abandon you, especially while you were doing me a favor and helping repair one of my freighters.
Something about this whole situation stinks worse than an overcrowded Ronto stable. What kind of friends would just abandon a crewmate?
You think you know someone and they turn out to be a cheat. Oh, not like you, Matt. You honor your deals. A word is a bond in trade.
Do your debtors have a habit of running off?
It happens from time to time. Credits are scarce out here, and not everyone is as honest as Mr. Daisel here.
You'll get your money. My crew will be back.
Of course they will. Until then, however, I can make use of you as a mechanic. Very rare to find skills of your kind out here.
How much debt buys a man's life?
Oh, it isn't about the amount. After all, as a skilled mechanic, Matton is worth much more than what is owed, especially on this remote planet.
Oh, you flatter me, Eli. I guess we're best buddies now.
As I was saying, it's a matter of principle. I'm nothing if not honest in my dealings, and I demand the same. He'll be free to go when his friends turn up and the debt is paid. I honor my deals. Let no one say otherwise.
Perhaps I could settle some of his debt.
Thanks, but no thanks. No offense, but there's no point in exchanging debt to Eli with debt to you.
Besides, he is a hard worker. I'd prefer to keep him.
I want to go back to my other questions.
Of course. I'm here to serve.
I have no business with you. I'll be going.
See you soon, I hope. Always open.
Suspicious. This guy's probably set them up or killed them or something, just to keep that guy. Okay, in here first. Do we have a map of this place? We do. The Great Walkway. Head to the offices first then, I guess. Oh, free stuff. Bunch of grenades.
Welcome to Adia. I trust you will find our facilities pass inspection. Zerka Corporation is very efficient.
You have nothing to be proud of, fool.
I'm sorry, I don't understand Wookiee speak. Shiri-Wook, I think it's called. What did the Wookiee say?
You work on Kashyyyk and you don't understand the language.
Zerka Corporation calls the planet Adian, and no, I don't understand the language. The local Wookiee leader has made it so we don't need to. Wookiees are unable to speak Basic, but for the last decade, the residents of all local villages have been trained to understand it.
What good would that do?
It helps ease tensions. They are less hostile towards us if they understand what we say.
And it makes my people more desirable as slaves.
What did he say? I don't usually have a translator I can ask.
Then knowing Basic just makes his people better slaves.
I just work here in the lab. I don't have anything to do with the taking of slaves.
Why don't you do anything to stop it?
I'm just an employee. You'll have to take your concerns to Janos. He's the voice for Zerka Corporation on this outpost.
How convenient. All the benefits with no guilt.
I don't have to justify myself to you. I do good work here. If you're looking for trouble, go somewhere else.
What is your job here?
I'm conducting experiments on various samples of indigenous plant life. There may be untapped pharmaceutical resources here. Of course, that will take some time, and the Wookiees are a more immediate source of income. Please, I must return to my work.
I want to ask you questions about this planet.
I'm sorry, but Director Janos will see to your questions. I must continue my work.
Goodbye for now.
Farewell.
Have you heard where the Sith might be headed next? I don't even know why they targeted Taris.
I think Zerka is missing an opportunity here. The forest could teach us so much.
Greetings again. How can Zerka Corporation serve you during your visit to Adia? Tell me about the planet. You called it G5623 before. G5623 is the numeric designation. The galactic basic name is Adian, chosen by corporate ballot among stockholders. It would seem you are already acquainted with this world, given your choice of traveling companion. I have been away for a very long time. You let this beast speak for you. You allow it more liabilities than most of our customers. Allow it more liberties. What do you mean? He means that they are slaves. They take my people from their homes and sell them to the highest bidder. Your current Wookiee seems displeased with the situation, but I fail to see your concern. You seem to be a satisfied customer. Zalbar is no slave. He has pledged a life debt to me. Ah, a very difficult thing to stage. I commend you for it. So much easier than relying on restraining collars. Do not demean the life debt. Do not. I must warn you that you will be blamed for the actions of your Wookiee. Please, call him off. Why do the Wookiees tolerate you doing this? It is not me, personally. I merely represent Zerka Corporation at this outpost. There are other directors at other stations, of course. Arrangements have been made with the Wookiee leadership. Harvesting is handled as delicately as possible, relatively speaking. Tell me more about it. I might be more understanding if I know. If it will ease your temper, I will give you specifics. We supply arms in exchange for a supply of healthy Wookiees. We are kept profitable, and an agreeable leader is kept in power. He keeps the process from becoming a constant firefight. What is this leader's name? I believe his name is Chundar. I don't deal directly with them, thank goodness. Far too brutish. Yeah, that's not a name I wanted to hear. Sounds as though your thrall has an opinion about our arrangement with this leader. But it doesn't matter. Chundar is unquestioned. What about it, Zabor? What's the matter? It's not something I want to talk about. Not yet. Please, is there anything else? I have work to do. I have other questions to ask. I will answer if I can. I'm looking for something called a star map. I'm sorry, but I have no information on that. Are you sure you meant to come here? This world is very primitive. Much of it is still unexplored, even by the locals. The forest gets even more dangerous the further you descend. The lowest levels of the Shadowlands are largely unknown. I'd like to ask you about Zerka Corporation. Zerka Corporation has branches in many systems, mostly concerned with weapon production for personal and ship-mounted use. Of course, the many outposts on this world are only concerned with bio-acquisitions. I'd like to talk to you about the slaving operations here on Idian. I have a very limited number of things I can say. What do you wish to discuss? I can't allow this to continue. It's not up to you. This planet is not a member of the Republic, and its backward citizens hold no rights. I'm sorry you are offended, but this operation is very humane. Even the Wookiee leadership knows it's more beneficial to work with us. Besides, even if you did something drastic here, the Zerka Corporation has other outposts on Idian. It would change nothing. I'm through speaking with you for now. Very good, feel free to inspect our operation here, but I would advise against going too far from the main landing area. The planet is still very untamed, and we do not send out patrols for lost tourists. There's literally a Wookiee in here. Okay, seems to be it. Did we loot this one? Good time to save, probably?
Mission, is that you? It's me, Lena, remember? I was dating your brother back on Terrace. Lena? What are you doing here? Where's Griff? I'm just passing through. Griff and I broke up a few months after we left Terrace together. Probably for the best. Your brother can be charming, Mission, but he's bad news.
Don't you start trashing my brother, you cantina rat. Take that back or I'll smack you so hard your head tails will pop off.
Mission, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting this way?
You took her brother away and left her all alone on Terrace.
You've got your facts a little backwards. Mission could have come with us if she wanted to. It was her choice to stay behind.
You liar! Griff told me that you didn't want his little sister tagging along. That's why he had to leave me behind.
Is that what the Hutt spawn told you? I wanted you to come with us, Mission. I even offered to pay for your ticket. Why not? I paid for everything else while I was with that freeloader. But he told me you didn't want to leave Terrace. I said we shouldn't even go then. But he said we'd come back and get you after we struck it rich on Tatooine. Just another one of his lies.
No, you're the one who's lying. Griff wouldn't... He wouldn't try to leave me behind.
Why should we believe you, Lena?
Think about it. If Griff wasn't trying to ditch your mission, then why didn't he tell you where we were going? After we left Terrace, he told me looking after you was holding him back. Griff's always looking to blame other people for his own problems. That's why he abandoned you. He did the same thing to me, too. As soon as I ran out of money, he started blaming me for all of his problems. Like it's my fault his get-rich-quick schemes never work out.
I'd like to hear Griff's side of things before I judge him.
Hey, if you want to talk to Griff, go ahead. Last I heard he was going to make a fortune working the Zerka Corp mines on Tatooine. But as far as I'm concerned, he's out of my life forever.
Griff's better off without you anyway, you table-dancing, brother-stealing home wrecker.
I guess that's my cue to leave then. I didn't mean to upset you, Mission. But one day you'll see I'm right about your brother. I only hope it's not too late by then.
Because when we just on Tatooine, I remember seeing him. I guess we'll have to go back. Should we do that now, or... I mean, before we head further in, I suppose we could go try and get that wrapped up. Let's head back to Tatooine real quick then.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
I'm looking for a man named Griff.
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll.
Are you certain of that? I would leave soon if I knew.
Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
The Sand People?
He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances.
Did the Sand People kill Griff or not?
We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job.
Is there some type of reward for saving him?
As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please. Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
So back to the Sand People then, huh?
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead.
Griff, don't you recognize me? It's Mission.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus, sis, just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis. You didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
Well, that and, could you please get me out of here? You got a tough-looking friend there.
Run to Anchorhead. They're too busy fighting me to operate the turrets.
Yeah, you can find your way from there, right? Can you manage that? What? Is there something else?
Well, I wanted to thank you, and, you look like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, could you spare me a few credits to get back on my feet?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time.
Don't be so sure.
She'll be okay. We had our fights before. Too bad, though. I really could have used a helping hand right now. You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know?
Sure, here's 100 credits.
That's it, huh? Figured you'd be able to spare a bit more than that. You know, I'll take whatever I can get. Don't worry about me. I've already got a job waiting for me. Krita, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Greta's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
Don't think the feeling is mutual. Okay, is there more to follow up on that then? Back to town, I guess.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
Save it, Griff. I'm not talking to you. I want no part of whatever you're involved in.
Okay, sis, I see you're still mad. Fair enough. I don't think you can help me with this anyway. It's more of a job for your friend here.
What's the job?
As you may know, tack glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Teresian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taris is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Teresian ale has become somewhat scarce and very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe.
What does this have to do with me?
I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Teresian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those tack glands to make the first batch. And now that Taris is a smoking ruin, the only place to find tack is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those tack glands, I'll make it worth your while.
Griff, are you blind? Can't you see you're talking to a Jedi? We're out here trying to save the galaxy. We can't waste time on this.
Please, you have to help me. I promised this guy from the Exchange a sample of Teresian ale. If I don't come through for him, he's gonna break my legs. Or worse.
Don't worry, Griff. We'll get those tack glands for you.
Yeah, I knew you'd come through for me. You won't regret this. You'll see. Just don't take too long, okay? This guy from the Exchange could stop by any day. I kind of told him I already had the stuff, so if he shows up and I'm empty-handed, well, let's just say I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
What a douche.